U.S. media say the Trump administration is studying the feasibility of what's known as a bloody nose strategy. They say it would aim to send a message without sparking a wider conflict.
Threats as briefed. Targets, you're going to have armored vehicle convoys, personnel in the open. Break. 1111, copy all. 1111, cleared hot. 1111. Good hit. 1111, copy all. Looking safe.
While nuclear tensions between the US and North Korea have ratcheted up to crisis levels, the US still doesn't have an ambassador to South Korea. The Trump administration reportedly rejected the leading candidate in a move that seems to confirm the worst fears of many on President Donald Trump's approach to Pyongyang. The White House turned down Victor Cha, a widely endorsed and highly qualified candidate for the ambassadorship to South Korea on Tuesday, the Washington Post first reported. Cha had previously served as Director for Asian Affairs for the National Security Council during the George W. Bush administration. Cha's dismissal owes to his disagreement with Trump's plan to attack North Korea with a bloody nose strike, or a limited military strike in response to some North Korean provocation, according to multiple outlets.
Some U.S. media say the Trump administration is studying the feasibility of what's known as a bloody nose strategy. They say it would aim to send a message without sparking a wider conflict.
We do not seek to impose our way of life on anyone, but we will champion the values without apology.
Trump identified Russia and China as competitors that are trying to restructure the world order in ways opposed to America's interests.
Whether we like it or not, we are engaged in a new era of competition. We accept that vigorous military, economic, and political contests are now playing out all around the world. We face rogue regimes that threaten the United States and our allies. We face terrorist organizations, transnational criminal networks, and others who spread violence and evil around the globe. We also face rival powers, Russia and China, that seek to challenge American influence, values, and wealth. We will attempt to build a great partnership with those and other countries, but in a manner that always protects our national interest.
He placed North Korea and Iran in a category of rogue regimes and claimed his strategy for isolating and containing the Pyongyang government is bearing fruit.
We have united our allies in an unprecedented effort to isolate North Korea. However, there is much more work to do. America and its allies will take all necessary steps to achieve a denuclearization and ensure that this regime cannot threaten the world.
Heading 235. Level 12, cleared hot. Next vehicle, armored convoy destroyed at 1-1.
people familiar with the talks to bring Cha on board, which had been going on for about a year, said that the final straw came when Cha disapproved of plans to evacuate U.S. citizens from South Korea's capital of Seoul in the run-up to a U.S. strike on North Korea, both the FT and New York Times report.
The position of ambassador to South Korea is a critical role to the U.S. government. It's needed to enforce policies aimed at halting the North's ever-growing nuclear and missile programs. The role has been vacant for over a year. Countries in the Asia-Pacific have reaffirmed their determination to prevent North Korea from dodging sanctions. Officials from 19 countries, including the U.S. and China, attended a meeting in Tokyo focused on stopping the North from possessing nuclear weapons. Japan's delegate called on the international community to impose tighter sanctions on Pyongyang.
Full implementation of UN Security Council resolutions and tougher sanctions by each country are necessary despite the current inter-Korean dialogue.
In the meeting, Japanese officials reported on one way the North appears to have tried to evade sanctions in the East China Sea in January. It was through a cargo transfer between ships at sea, one a North Korean registered tanker. They said Pyongyang is coming up with more cunning ways to avoid sanctions. The countries at the meeting expressed concern that the North is exploiting differences in export control and legal systems among them, and they reaffirmed that they will help one another fully implement the Security Council resolutions.